What's going on, Philadelphia Eagles fans? It's your boy, Philly Day One. And we have that update for Jalen Carter's suspension terms. We're going to share those suspension terms with you, man. That way you know the full scope of things. Also, while we on defense, Vic Fangio spoke on the state of the defense, who will be starting at cornerback 2 against the Chiefs, and how Andrew Mukuba did against the Cowboys. He's very honest, so I don't expect him to pull no punches. Also, we let go Gabe Hall. We waived Gabe Hall, and we released Montrez Johnson to sign Jake Majors to our practice squad. Didn't do any research on the kid. Hopefully that we can get Gabe Hall back, maybe sign him to the practice squad or something, because he showed flashes of being very, very good in the preseason. Also, Montrez Johnson, he did show flashes of being pretty good. Just good, in my opinion. But, you know, more so Gabe Hall than Montrez Johnson. Okay, and BG has a podcast. BG has a podcast called The Unblocked. We are gonna check that out. Of BG launching that podcast. If you're not subscribed, man, subscribe to that podcast. If I know BG is gonna be very entertaining. Also, the Eagles worked out a couple of players who we're gonna get into, and you're probably gonna see a former Eagle on that page. You know, you're gonna see him on that workout, and I'm gonna give y'all my opinion on how I feel about that. We have some very bad news, but we also have some good news. The bad news is Will Shipley has a fractured rib. He will be out for about 6 to 12 weeks. Good news is, as y'all know, we traded for Tank Bigsby. So we have somebody to shore up that role. Gave up a 5th rounder and a 6th rounder. So we have somebody to shore up that role. We're going to get into what he actually means to the team, what he brings, and my opinion on it. Let's get it. Okay, BG has a podcast coming out called The Unblockable. The Unblocked. And he's launching this podcast. I'm gonna follow. I would say that to follow him because he's such an entertaining player. There's no telling what he's gonna say. There's no telling what he's gonna talk about. He's very truthful. So I can see that being very entertaining, so I'm tuning in. Hope y'all tune in too. Let's watch the video of the launch video.
Brandon Graham is without question the best trash talker I've ever played against.
Oh, you in trouble, boy? Oh, hell yeah. This a weak ass shit over here. We running right at you now, son. You look like you tired from this week.
You are here. The Unblocked podcast with Brandon Graham, BG.
Who? We gonna talk about Eagles football and those moments where it's fourth quarter, you need to be unblockable. Philadelphia and everybody, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to thank y'all. EAGLES, Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. My last one. BG out, baby.
Yeah, let's go BG. Hey, so also Jalen Carter was hit with a fine. It was his game check, which was $57,222. He also he has served his suspension. So the game in which he got ejected from, they're counting that as his suspension and a game check. So he will play against the Kansas City Chiefs, which is a good thing for us. Not so great for Jalen Carter as far as the game check and the game. So that's good news. We talked to Vic Fangio, or Elliot Parks talked to Vic Fangio about what he feel about the defense. Who's starting at cornerback 2? He did say that Adoree Jackson was going to start in quarterback 2. Adoree Jackson will start at quarterback 2 against the Kansas City Chiefs. So we will not see Jacorian Bennett this time. And Andrew Mukuba played okay against the Cowboys, but it was a few coverages in which he blew that could have cost us big time. And I actually got one of the coverages in which he blew. Okay, yeah. So, from my understanding, Adoree Jackson shouldn't even have been over there. He was supposed to be on that half of the field. And Andrew Mukuba was supposed to follow CeeDee Lamb down down by that sideline where Zach Bond pretty much dived trying to make that tackle, or make that catch. So, that could have been a different play had he came out there and picked that up. So, like I said, he's still a rookie, guys. So, I mean, with all the bright spots about him, he's still a rookie. He's still learning on the fly. I can give him a little leeway on this. I'm not going to kill him off of that. Vic Fangio going to still have him out there. I'm trusting Vic, the same I'm trusting him with Adoree Jackson. This Adoree Jackson thing, I'm hoping that it gets right. So, we'll figure it out. Hopefully. It's Vic. I think we owe that to him. So, also with the, Will Shipley being out. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Let's talk about the Eagles working out. They worked out a couple of guys. Ladarius Henderson, offensive line. Kendom Telford, offensive line. Quez Watkins, which you guys know of. Wide receiver, KJ Osborne. I think he played for the Chargers or something like that, and then played for the Commanders. Wide receiver, Isaiah Foskey. He's a edge. Jamie Davis, who's a linebacker, and Mike Hilton, which we signed. And he's a corner. I put corner, slash defensive back. Because he plays primarily in the nickel. So that Quez Watkins thing, throw that out the window. We just got rid of a speedster who wasn't really a speedster. So yeah, throw that out the window. You know what I'm saying? I won't hit them by Quez Watkins joining this team no more. I've had my share of Quez already. As maybe a lot of Philadelphia Eagles fans would have. So but let's get into this trade that we had with Tank Bigsby. Tank Bigsby is a running back. I think he's a backup running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He has taken snaps in punt returns, kick returns. So he's very valuable on that end. And Michael Clay, which is the special teams coach for the Eagles, spoke on what bringing Tank Bigsby to the team means.
Yeah, always, as I watch film across the league the last couple of years, he's popped up a lot in Jacksonville in terms of those big 40-yard chunk runs. Obviously, being a running back, he has that natural vision and feel when it comes to return the ball. So obviously very excited for anybody that we get on our roster to work with them. But again, it's more just getting him into a place. You know, there's a lot that happens for a guy that gets traded, you know, outside of this building. But to get him into a calm place, get him caught up with everything we want to do here, and you know, see his talents excel on Sunday.
How much more?
Yeah, among other things. You know what I'm saying? He could come in and be that running back 3 or 2, whichever one they decide, 3 or 2. He has a lot of good burst. The kid, he's explosive. You know, I watched some highlights of him when we traded for him, just so I could be able to talk to you guys about him. And he is very, very explosive. I can almost say he's a better backup than A.J. Dillon because of how explosive this dude is, man. He get a little crease. Now, he ain't Saquon Barkley. Let's be very blunt about it. Let's be very upfront about it. He's not Saquon Barkley, but he can take one to the house. With a crease, he can take one to the house. He's done it. And you're probably not chasing him down. You know what I'm saying? I think I've watched a couple of his highlights, and I don't see anybody chasing him down, but he's very, very explosive. So, good to have that dude, man. Look, that's all I got for you guys, man. Like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications on so you don't miss no video. And I'm out. Let's go Birds.